Okay, so today, quick video, how to change your Kriss Defiance LVOA handguard over, or any Kriss Defiance handguard over. So you'll see this has got non-standard muzzle device on the end. I think this rifle might have been in a couple of other videos previously, but I've just set it back to factory to walk you through this. I'm going to be swapping it over for my Midwest quad rail. You might think, oh, but the LVOA looks kind of cool, why would you bother changing it? The reason for changing it is that the LVOA handguard with the barrel nut, just on its own, weighs 870 or 80 grams. It is an absolute unit. By comparison, this Midwest Industries, even with this bits and bobs on it, weighs, I think, maybe 500 grams at most. So that's the main reason. To take your LVOA handguard off, the first thing you need to do is grab an Allen key and remove the Allen bolts from the bottom. So these are just tension bolts that are just pushing up against the barrel nut to hold it in place. It's not got a secure locking system like the Midwest Industries rail does. Okay, and then handguard will just slip off, nice and easy. Now, to apply the level of force required to undo the barrel nut, you'll see some people who have these little vice blocks, and these vice blocks sit in the magazine well, and then they go into your vice and allow you to work on the rifle. This is not what you want to use to put the amount of force that you'll require to loosen or tighten these barrel nuts up. There are a few different ways of doing it. 223 AR-15s, you can get the vice attachments that run into the back and actually sit into the chamber recess. For 22 long rifle versions, I use one of these upper receiver vice blocks. They're designed to accommodate the old style AR-15 with the carry handle and also the newer free floated ones, and they literally clip around your dust cover pin, and will just hold nice and tight. The problem with using these when you're using them to reattach the bolt, because the muzzle device, which also requires quite a lot of tension, is that if you have a handguard like the Midwest Industries that has these retaining wings on it, it won't fit properly. So you'll need to have your handguard off, tighten this down, and then put your handguard back on. Far from the end of the world, but just something to note. So what I found with the barrel nut on the Kriss Defiance, I don't know if it's the same with all of the DMK-22s, I assume it is, they don't fit any part of your AR-15 armorer's wrench, and they don't come with a removable tool adapter like what comes with the Midwest Industries. So all you can really do is get a big wrench and yank on it and hope for the best. So if you can find a wrench that will adapt to fit your to fit your torque wrench, happy days. what I had to do was just get a big old pair of grips, hold on really tight, and then just really pull it down. I'll be honest with you, it's possible that I hammed that up because I took this off before. When I first took this to a gunsmith, when I bought a handguard from them, C&G Firearms, it took Ralph, the lad who works there, a decent amount of effort with a very big wrench to get that barrel nut off. So to replace it is much easier because the Midwest Industries comes with everything that you need to actually do the job properly. So put some anti-seize on your threads of both the receiver and the barrel nut. Slide that on and just screw it up hand tight. Now, with regards to the required foot-pounds, it's between 35 and 80. I mean, 80 is if you're there and you've got an old Delta style ring and you are having to line it up to put a gas rod through, is the only reason that I can think you'd ever need to get that high. With a 22, you've got no gas rod, you just need it to be tight, so just put it to 35. I spoke to another gunsmith who thought that, to be honest with you, 35 wasn't really necessary for a 22 either. But there we go. But that's what it says to do on the tin, so that's what I set it to. And once that's on, you're then done with the vise and the vise block. So you can just whip it out of the vise block, take our old handguard out of the way, slide on our fancy new quad rail, part of the reason that I changed out the LVOA muzzle brake is because that muzzle brake is stunted to make sure that it doesn't clear the LVOA style handguard. Once you then put on a 15-inch handguard to your 16-inch barrel, you end up half covering the muzzle brake and it just looks weird. So I swapped this over from what I'd put on my Landtac originally because the clearance looked better and the stubby one doesn't look so bad on the Landtac. So once you've slid that on, then we just put our locking key in there, chuck our bolts in. Now Midwest says to secure these bolts down to, I think, 40 inch pounds, not foot pounds, inch pounds, 40 inch pounds, to make sure that they provide a good solid lockup. Again, in the UK, it's a handguard. You're not going to be using it for, you know, PEC 15s. I mean, you might use it for a laser sight if you're so inclined, but you know, as long as it's on firm and it doesn't wiggle, that's really all you're looking for. But again, the manual says 40 inch pounds, so I'll put it onto 40 inch pounds, and this isn't actually set to 40 inch pounds because I used it to put an optic on the other day. There we go, I thought that felt a bit loose. Okay. And then just reattach our lower. Bish bash bosh. Done. So the main thing is have the correct tools. This job is really easy to do with the correct tools. I tried doing it, bodging it, when I first wanted to change the handguard out and I didn't own the equipment that I do now. Tried bodging it and it was a nightmare. The tensions that you're working with, to try and do it without a vice, to try and do it without a torque wrench, it's just not going to work for you. So get the right tools, and as you've seen, 5-minute job, and you get a cool new look for your rifle, and functional.